When the sun sets in paradise, that's when things really heat up. On tonight's season finale, the only cooking competition show in the islands returns. On this one stove, two competitors will scrap it out for culinary glory. They'll use local ingredients from the Foodland Pantry, as tonight an executive and a sous chef go head to head. Here's how it works. In round one, contestants will have 15 minutes to create a dish using our mystery ingredient. The dishes will be scored on a scale of 1 to 10. In round two, competitors will have 25 minutes to use our mystery ingredient to create a second dish, but that round will be worth double. 2 dishes, 1 winner. This is Kitchen Scraps. It is time to meet our competitors. Our first cook brings 15 years of culinary experience. From Waianae, Oahu, Chef Paulie.
All right. Aloha, genge. I'm from Westside, Waianae, born and raised. Being a part of the restaurant industry, I got to see the beautiful part of our food here in Hawaii, and I want to be a part of that.
Chef Paulie, welcome into the kitchen.
Mahalo.
How you feeling?
Ready for scrap.
Good to go?
Good to go.
Let's meet tonight's competition. From Columbia, Maryland, he brings 7 years of culinary experience, Chef Ben.
I'm Ben Rosicki, and I'm gonna plate perfection. Born in upstate New York and grew up in Maryland. I went to school in North Carolina. That's where I spent a good bit of time before I moved here. Truth is, I started at Cocoa Head Cafe as a line cook. Couldn't be more honored to be part of that team.
Welcome into the kitchen.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling? Ready to scrap?
Cannot wait, I'm excited to be here.
You two know each other.
You work at Cocoa Head.
Hey, you
I
the
work at
guy,
Cocoa
huh?
Head.
Brah, my executive chef walking through the door. And I'm like, oh, this guy set me right up.
Walking in and seeing Chef Paulie here, I was super excited. It did also raise the stakes for me. I have enormous respect for every member of my team, but as the executive chef, I still don't want to lose to any of my sous. Definitely looking to throw down.
At Cocoa Head, we boys. But at Kitchen Scrap, let me tell you, we bucking heads.
It's a Cocoa Head grudge match. So as we celebrate tonight's show dedicated to Maui, we had to bring in tonight's celebrity judge. He is a multiple James Beard Award finalist, the chef and owner of Tin Roof, and Tiffany's the one and only Chef Sheldon Simeon.
I'm absolutely nervous to cook for Chef Sheldon, especially with the theme of this episode being Maui. I definitely want to make sure I'm representing the culture and the flavors.
Man, seeing Chef Sheldon roll in, being a judge for today, absolutely shocked. Chef Sheldon, man, he's been a top chef. He knows how to judge.
Yes, up, boys.
Hello.
Thank you,
What's
Chef.
up, Aloha, Chef.
Mahalo for being here. Chef,
My
what are
pleasure.
you looking for out of these two tonight?
Well, from seasoned cooks like this, I'm gonna be looking for technique. I'm looking for big, bold flavors. Ultimately, just make them ono, guys.
Awesome.
Can do.
Make 'em ono. Chef Sheldon, we'll catch up with you in just a little bit.
All right.
Thank you, Chef.
Good luck, guys.
Aloha.
Here we go, chefs. You two know the rules. Round one, 15 minutes to create a dish using our mystery ingredient. For round one, that ingredient is Maui chili oil.
All right. We work with this every day. I know exactly what to do.
Seeing that Maui chili oil is going to be the first ingredient, a lot of times you're going to get really heavy Szechuan, really heavy chili, so I was just excited to see where that balance would lie and start plotting my dish.
Chef Ben, are you ready?
Ready.
Chef Paulie, you ready?
Ready.
Let's scrap.
So I hear scrap, Foodland Pantry. I'm grabbing eggs, Parmesan, garlic, and don't forget that Maui chili oil.
I'm running to the Foodland Pantry. Instantly, my thought is I want to find things that are going to soak up these flavors really, really well. I'm going to grab cilantro, green onions for garnish, and just start working on my textures and building balanced flavors.
Oh, Chef Ben, you fast.
Get ready, get ready. Woo! For challenge number one, I'm making a Szechuan-inspired steamed eggplant and silken tofu with black vinaigrette. Maui chili oil is going to be used 2 ways, both in the sauce as well as a crunchy twill garnish.
Chef Ben, round one, what you thinking, bro?
What's up, boss? Hey, I'm thinking you really got 2 options. You either take something heavy that can match up to it, or you take something that can soak it up. So I got some steamed eggplant, silken tofu. It's gonna soak up all that flavor. First thing I do with my eggplant is salt it to draw some moisture out, concentrate that flavor, and give it a better texture. All right, we gotta get this eggplant in the steamer. This is a pretty delicate dish, at least with the preparation of the tofu and the eggplant. And those are really gonna be like the basis to carry all of my sauces here. I just need to make sure I can cook it long enough to break down that skin, or it can be kind of bitter.
Chef Ben, you and Chef Paulie have shared some kitchen space before, but never like this.
Never like this.
How is that?
Well, so far so good, man, but he better be ready, I'll tell you what.
Round one, about 15 minutes. What you thinking?
Gotta keep it simple. I'm thinking chili garlic noodles. And everybody know that Maui, they love their garlic noodles. So I'm sticking with that. I'm playing with the Maui flavors.
All right, good luck, Chef.
First thing I do is chop up my aromatics. Green onions and garlic go good with chili garlic noodles. I found this cool Maika'i rice crackers. I'm gonna use this as my garnish. Like any great chef, they should always taste, yeah? Then I get my pan hot, add my garlic oil in there. Pan hot, and we're going for it. Throwing the aromatics, garlics, and scallions. Noodles in, deglaze with the sauce. That stops the garlic from cooking and burning any further. This is the black garlic molasses. It smells so good. I'm starting to build my flavors.
This is gonna be a tuile. It's like a crispy lace topping on top of our soft ingredients. To impress Chef Sheldon, I really wanted to try to use my secret ingredient in two ways. So I'm thinking one way that I can add texture and utilize this sauce in addition to just using it as garnish is to make a nice crunchy tuile. Let's see if this works.
What's inside there, Chef Ben?
Flour, water, oil, and salt. Basically, it's a pancake. The thing about a tuile, not enough water, you get a pancake, so we don't have any bubbles there. First one I put down, right away I can tell it's way too thick. I'm gonna end up with a pancake instead of a tuile. So I immediately take that one out of the pan, go right back to my batter. We're gonna go again. I'm getting more water in there, testing it out again. Bam, flop again. The rest of the dish absolutely require this component, and I'm already starting to panic a little bit about whether or not this component is gonna work out. Oh, still too thick, a little too thick. Shit. Still too thick, a little too thick.
How you feeling, Chef Ben?
Man, I'll tell you what, I like this tuile batter to work out. As long as it does, I'm happy as clam. I decided to give it one more shot. I start over again because I've already used up all of the batter that I've put into the pan. This is gonna be the one right here, I can feel it. The fourth one I put down immediately, as soon as it touches the pan, I can see it bubbling up. I know that this is gonna work out right. That's the one.
So I'm working on my poached egg, and the secret to a poached egg is keeping your water hot, but not rolling boil. I'm about to coat this noodles and make sure the flavors all grabbed onto that. Then I'm gonna finish with some butter. Growing up, this evolved from the instant pack ramen. Back then, that's all we had was the instant pack dry.
All right, so now we're making our black vinaigrette here. Black vinegar, shoyu, sugar. As I'm making the sauce, I remember that I saw peanut oil on the Foodland pantry. I brought grapeseed oil, but I saw peanut oil on that rack over there. So we're gonna go for that. Who doesn't like peanut oil? I have grapeseed oil in my hand, but the peanut oil is gonna offer a little bit more richness and a better flavor.
Soft poached egg coming out.
By 5 minutes out, I was already feeling the pressure watching Chef Paulie take his plate out and get ready to start working. Are you done already? Oh my goodness.
I have everything where I want it. It's time to plate. I look at the clock. I'm super early. I'm focusing on my garnishes. One of my favorite garnishes is rock salt. And this cool puff rice, Parmesan, crispy garlic. Gonna go right over that. That's gonna add a crispy element onto my noodles.
I tasted my eggplant. I knew that it was possible. Maybe it wasn't quite there. I'm gonna let them go a little more. And around the same time, my tuile is getting nice and golden, so I'm pulling that out of the pan and letting that rest so it gets nice and crunchy. Nice and thin, nice and crispy. That's gonna be our crunch factor here. Looking over, and Paulie's got a pretty much finished plate ready to go over to the judges' table. I could be in big trouble here. So I tell Paulie, Paulie, you wanna give me a hand or what? Ha, just kidding.
Give him a hand, guys.
Yeah, okay, very helpful, very helpful, thank you.
This is the one I do.
He blows up a glove for me, brings it over.
Chef Paulie just lent you a hand.
That's all the hand that I could give.
I'm gonna go ahead and start plating up. As I'm finishing up my plate, I'm just feeling really satisfied and really happy that everything that I wanted to be on the plate was there. Paulie, Chef Sheldon's hungry, man. What do you say we feed him early, huh?
I'm ready to dig in.
All right, let's call it. Shall we? Let's eat.
You guys good?
Good.
All right, this is crazy. Still time on the clock. These two are done already. Let's eat.
Here's your hand back, never needed them. Thanks, bro.
No problem.
Chef Paulie, Chef Ben, round number one, you had 15 minutes using the Maui chili oil. Chef Paulie, you're up first. What'd you make for Chef Sheldon?
What we have here is a chili garlic noodle, played into some of the Maui favorites. I know they love their garlic noodle. You should break the yolk. There's a poached egg in there, kind of mix everything together. Hopefully that balances out everything.
Right off the bat, I see that the noodles are nice and dressed, which I like. Noodles sopped up all those flavors that you said.
So we have our dishes judged every day at the restaurant by customers and guests. But this is different. Seeing Chef Sheldon up there really made me nervous. My hands are clammy, sweating.
Great textures. What's that crispy bits on over the top?
That's puff rice and crispy garlic.
Now, I'm a sucker for crispies. I like texture, really playing off of that Maui chili oil. Ton of umami. Parmesan is in there. I would like a little bit more herbs. I think would just help balance off with that chili, but
Heard, Chef.
overall, very, very tasty dish. Noodles are cooked al dente too, which is beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef Ben, you're up next. What you got going on for Chef Sheldon?
Yeah, for the first challenge with the Maui chili oil, I really wanted to use some ingredients that would soak up the flavor of that oil. This is a Szechuan-inspired steamed Japanese eggplant and silken tofu. On the base of the plate there, you have a black vinaigrette made with Chinese black vinegar. Chili oil is around the plate in the vinaigrette, as well as in the tuile on top. A little coral-inspired white garnish for some crunch. Hope you enjoy.
Right off the bat, visually beautiful. Seeing the different layers, the sauce on the plate, the texture of the tuile coming off of the plate, herbs stacked up, the eggplant and the tofu nicely plated. So
Thank you, Chef.
excited to dig in.
The one element that I want Chef Sheldon to take away from this dish is a successful technical execution of these ingredients.
How was the eggplants treated?
Salted first and then steamed.
Eggplants have great texture, but I think could have been steamed just a tad bit more. Just that first bite that I had, the skins was still a little tough, but they've done a great job of definitely sopping up all of that flavor. Great acidity in here. Parmesan cheese. Both of you guys use Parmesan cheese for that umami pop. Great dish.
Thanks, Chef.
Chef Sheldon, now that you've tried both dishes, have you made a decision?
I have made my decision. These guys really showcase Maui chili oil, man. You guys should be proud. You make those guys proud. You can tell that these guys cook together hand in hand because the flavor profiles, big, bold, full of umami, acidity, textures, all of that. Super, super ono dishes.
Chef Sheldon, now that you've tried both dishes, have you made a decision?
I have made my decision. And that chef is Chef Paulie.
Congratulations. Nice job.
I get the first win, I'm confident, I'm feeling great. I want to get in round two and whoop that ass.
When I hear the results of round one, I'm definitely disappointed. I know that the second round is worth twice the points, so I'm just trying to refocus, regroup.
The score's gonna be 9-8.
If I win this whole show, I don't know about Chef Ben, I might just take his job after this.
Thank you very much, Chef Sheldon. We'll catch up with you in just a little bit.
All right, good luck, chefs.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef Paulie, got the win in round one. How you feeling?
Stoked, but it's not over yet.
Chef Ben, just 1 point separating you going into round two.
Everybody loves a comeback.
In round two, the odds go up. You're gonna have 25 minutes to create a dish using our mystery ingredient. And that mystery ingredient will be Maui Nui venison.
All right.
Okay, I think I can't wait to cook it.
Looks lean and mean.
You talking about you or the venison?
Venison.
Or me.
Maui Nui venison. Whew. That's a tough one.
I've cooked with venison before. It's not an ingredient I'm super familiar with, but I'm looking forward to putting together a fun dish for Chef Sheldon.
Chef Ben, are you ready?
Ready.
Chef Paulie, you ready?
You know it.
Let's scrap.
I'm running to the Foodland pantry. I see Maui Gold, pineapple, some bell peppers, onions, and I already know that I want to do sweet and sour meatballs. The last thing I grab is my coconut water. One thing I like to do is hydrate myself with some coconut water, guys. So I'm cool, calm, and collective.
I'm headed to the Foodland pantry. I'm seeing crispy onions, coconut oil. I also see the Manele Maui seasonings. I'll go ahead and get this venison nice and seasoned up here, get my aromatic, starting with some allium, grated garlic.
Round number 2, what you think?
Smoke and then grill up this venison, almost like a kofta inspired. So I got some kebab skewers here, and then we're gonna go ahead and make an ulu roti to serve it in. Venison, shallot, garlic, cilantro. I'm actually gonna put some coconut oil. This is Maui Upcountry seasoning salt. And I'm gonna add some cumin and coriander onto this. Work all this in here. I'll let this hang out for a sec.
Yes, sir. Every culture have their own holy trinity.
Chef Paule,
Hey, how's it?
bro, last time I seen you, you was chopping garlic. You chopping more garlic?
Garlic, bro. I got the ginger, garlic, and green onions, the holy trinity. Making my meatballs. This is a panko. So right now I'm mixing my meatballs. I get egg, likumki black garlic sauce, the black bean, and I'm gonna put some more garlic in there. I think I like double up on the Maui chili oil. As I'm mixing my venison meatballs, I know the texture is on point. My next ingredient is my Maui Gold pineapple. So I'm trying to build flavors and textures as I go. This is red bell and green bell. My bell peppers chopped, onions chopped. This is what I'm going into my sweet and sour sauce. Gonna add some color and some freshness.
And we're gonna go ahead and skewer this up. I've got the meat onto the skewer. I got some kiawe chips. Light them up and let them smoke. Give a little extra flavor to that venison. I'm using the blowtorch. I really don't want to add too much heat. I place the skewer onto a tray with the kiawe wood. I'm using the green mango to go ahead and pickle. We got a hot pickling liquid going over here with leaking moi and chili. That's gonna go directly on top. I'm moving on to the next element of my dish, which is to start making the dough for my roti. Next up, we're gonna start working this ulu roti.
Okay.
And here comes kainoa.
I'm in my zone making my sauce, and then here comes Kainoa. What does he want?
Chef Ben, I need you to come with me.
Ramen boss, let's do it.
Chef Paule, I need you to come with me.
No!
Yeah, we're gonna bring you over here to the pantry. For today's twist, we're actually gonna let you guys pick.
Really?
The twist is right over here, and you're gonna need to incorporate one of these 3.
I see these 3 bottles on top.
Oh gosh, wine, seriously?
into the venison. You're gonna need to incorporate one of these 3 into the venison.
I know I want to go for the red, and I grab it.
A good choice.
Well, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's gonna add some full body flavor to my dish.
No, I'm gonna go Pinot. I'm gonna incorporate it into my pickled mango. Just give it a little berry freshness, a little alcohol will cook out. I think it'll be nice.
The cabbage is going in with the meatballs to deglaze and develop more flavor.
Me and Chef Sheldon will take care of this one.
Yes, sir. I deglaze my meatballs and instantly, yeah, big flames, big flavors.
Fans on, flames are happening. It's kitchen scraps, baby.
Kneading this dough. Delicate balance trying to make this ulu roti. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it into a really nice flat flatbread, and I'm gonna sear it off on the grill. I bring it over to my cutting board, and I'm ready to start rolling these out. I don't know where I put my rolling pin. Looks like it's gonna be yogurt for the win here. Sometimes you gotta improvise in the kitchen.
I go back to my pineapple, I flip it, and I'm happy with the char. Just little bit fish sauce, little bit. I'm tasting, adding my vinegar, sugar, and I like where it's at.
As I'm getting my first roti down, my kofta skewer is just barely starting to caramelize on that grill. No way am I gonna get this ready for service in time. That is not gonna finish like this. We're ditching the skewer, pressing it down, making sure that I get that golden crisp. That's gonna work out nice there.
5.5.
5.5.
I'm plating. Where you at, chef? So I got my rice in my plate. The one thing in Hawaii, we always gotta have rice. Yeah, rice at grandma's house. No more rice. You better cook rice for grandma. My meatball's looking beautiful. It smells great. It looks great. As I'm garnishing, getting my herbs on there. One of my garnishes is prefab wonton chips. Sesame seeds, dried garlic. I'm gonna add some furikake on my steamed white rice.
Yeah, you.
Look how much time we
Oh,
get.
2 minutes to spare. I tend to be an overachiever, and I finish early again.
Yeah, I'm almost there. Yogurt down to get a little extra fat and acid. The meat next. Pickled shallot are gonna be nice and bright and vibrant. And then we're gonna finish off with the fresh cilantro and black on that plate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Off out. Cheers.
Guess work. That was fun.
Round number 2, you had 25 minutes to utilize Maui Nui venison, and halfway through, we wanted you to pick a mai cut you wanted to incorporate in the dish. Chef Ben, you're up first. What'd you make?
On the base of your plate, you have an ulu roti, green mango, which is where I incorporated the Pinot Noir. Roll it up and eat it like a taco, rip it off and eat it one piece at a time. Dealer's choice. There you go.
Layers of flavor. I love 2 different types of pickle, a lot of herbs in there. But the star of the dish is the venison, and he does it right here.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef Paulie, you're up next. Challenge number 2. What'd you make for Chef Sheldon?
So I went with Maui flavors. I got some Maui gold pineapple, Maui sweet onion, the Maui venison, sweet and sour meatballs for this one.
Meatballs are moist, good flavor, good acidity from the sauce, but not overpowering. Did you add fat to the meatballs?
Just a little bit of that oil from the Maui chili oil.
Great cook on the meatballs. Nice little sear on the outside, but braised through in that sauce that kept it super moist. I would like to see a little bit more flavor from the meatballs. The sauce itself is very flavorful, but when you get to the center of it, I think it could use a little bit more layers. All in all, though, very, very good dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef Paulie, Chef Ben, now that Chef Sheldon had a chance to try both dishes, we're gonna have you head to the waiting room. We'll call you in when a decision is made.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Palms is sweating, feeling really heavy, clamming.
I'm nervous. See what happens when we come back in.
Chef Sheldon, 2 completely different approaches to today's dishes.
To really see their personalities. And Ben likes to go big, wild, going all of these different techniques, and Paulie keeps it close to home, go with flavors, what he grew up with.
Let's break down Chef Ben's dish.
I think it was amazing. I think it still kept the flavor of the venison. He did have a little bit of adversity with this dish, where we saw that he made a kebab at first and he cooked it onto the flat top. The critique on this one is I would love to see him utilize the wine.
What about Chef Paulie?
Chef Paulie, this guy, he's a natural cook, is flawless as far as technique and getting it cooked. I would love to see bigger, bolder flavors.
Now that you've tried both dishes, Chef Sheldon, have you made a decision?
I made a decision. Not an easy one.
Chef Paulie, Chef Ben, today we celebrated Maui in the kitchen and on the plate. In addition to being crowned today's Kitchen Scraps champion, the winner also goes home with this custom chopping board, courtesy of the Ege store. Today, our Kitchen Scraps champion is Chef Ben.
Oh.
You can out again in the morning for family, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm grateful. Appreciate the win.
Components on this dish that he did, from the roti to making the kofta, there was a lot of work that came in here, and in the end came up with a beautiful dish. Chef Ben, I'm gonna score him 18.
I'm stoked. Cocoa Head Cafe, took it home.
Chef Paulie, we got something for you too.
All right.
Absolutely so stoked to be a part of the first alumni, season 1, Kitchen Scraps. Any advice to give to anybody coming onto the show in the future? Plan for the unexpected and come in ready to scrap.
Cheers, chefs.
Cheers.
Hey, now, if you know someone that can throw down in the kitchen, head to kitchenscraps.tv. Don't forget to vote for your fan favorite. We'll see you next season.